If you're a travel agent looking to become the guru in your chosen niche and lead the way for your business when it comes to your specialty, then this is the perfect episode for you. Hey, I'm Steph, and I'm obsessed with all things travel, marketing, branding, and helping you stand out from the crowd. In just under 2 years, I went from being a home-based travel agent with zero clue how to make it work in the digital world to launching an international ranking travel podcast and creating an online course to help travel agents in lead generation. Here's one thing I know for sure. There has never in the history of the world been a better time to create the travel business you've always wanted. All you need is an actionable strategy and someone to show you the way. Picture this, we're going to spend the next hour of our time together at the Swim Up Pool Bar, where over a cocktail, we deep dive into travel-related topics, mixed with a little classroom training. This show is dedicated to encouraging you to step outside of your comfort zone and into your travel business. I'll show you how I did it and how you can too. Hit subscribe now and let's get into it. If you're a travel agent wanting to stand out in the digital world but you struggle with consistency, tech isn't your jam and you have no idea where to start, join my free masterclass where I talk about exactly this. Head to stephaniemyers.academy/masterclass. You're listening to Unplug in Paradise, the podcast. Hey guys, welcome back to Unplug in Paradise. I'm your host, Stephanie Myers. And I don't know about you, but there seems to be a brand new energy in the world of travel right now. Things are starting to feel really different, and there is a massive push towards specializing in a particular niche and working out exactly who you are best serving and how to go about establishing yourself as the true expert among your audience and your travel community. So, today's special guest is going to highlight the opportunities to be had when you decide to go all in on your chosen niche and how to go about getting yourself out there in the digital landscape and being recognized for your particular travel knowledge. So, I'd like to introduce Jeanette to the podcast. Jeanette is the founder of Find My Travel Guru, which is an online platform connecting travelers with travel experts with a particular niche expertise. Jeanette has a career spanning over 15 years in leisure and corporate travel, loves the wanderlust of experiencing new destinations and cultures with her young family. Jeanette also appreciates all styles of travel, so everything from camping under the stars and staying in dodgy highway motels to high-end overwater bungalows and all things luxury. So if you are on the fence of what your niche could potentially be, if you don't have one already, then this is the perfect episode for you. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive in. Before we begin today's episode, would you please join me while we recognise the generations of the local Aboriginal people of the Bundjalung Nation who have lived in and derived their physical and spiritual needs from the forests, rivers, lakes and streams of this beautiful valley over thousands of years as the traditional owners and custodians of these lands. Welcome, Jeanette, to Unplug in Paradise. I'm so grateful for your time and the opportunity to speak with you today.
Thank you, Steph. I'm grateful for this opportunity and really excited to be sharing a space with you. So thank you.
Cool. So in today's episode, we're going to dive into all things that at an expert level, what it takes to have a niche and how important it is to have a specialty area and something that you can talk about all day long and you absolutely love. And as we've discussed in a previous conversation, Jeanette, it's not only about sharing your expert knowledge, but it's about having that pinpointed level of understanding who the people you are serving. So let's dive in and let's quickly rewind back to the start of your journey when the Find My Travel Guru platform was established. And what was your main driver behind it? What was your motivation and what did you set out to achieve?
I started with the end in mind. I always wanted to be my own boss, I guess. I heard a saying once, create a life by design and not by default. And the only way you can really do that is to work for yourself. So there was always the ambition to move out on my own. I've always been an employee, but the idea, or whatever it was, had to tick some boxes, and that included working to my strengths. So I've got a background in travel and tourism, in hospitality. So there was no point in veering away from that. I didn't want to be stuck to or committed to any bricks and mortar. So, no inventory, no stock. It had to be something online. I wanted to be able to work wherever and whenever. I've got a young family, so being able to work around them and eventually hit the road and do a lap of Oz and have the ability to be able to keep earning an income. So for me, it had to tick a lot of boxes. And that's when the idea came to mind. I actually remember it specifically. I was driving my then toddler daughter, my firstborn, to swimming lessons. And it just came to me when I was mindlessly thinking about what, always in the back of my mind, what is it that we could do? Came back from swimming lessons, started looking into whether there was anybody else out there that was doing something similar, and couldn't find anything. So this was pre-COVID.
Mhm.
And thus started my journey.
Lovely. And I guess at the same time that you had the vision of helping other agents gain their own exposure as well.
100%. Yeah. So for me, it was about making sure that the expertise of the agents was highlighted in their travel space and seeing their potential and highlighting their niche and expertise in that way. People do business with somebody they know, like, and trust at the end of the day. So
Mhm.
it was important for me to, even though I'm not the expert, I'm putting my name to the brand, and essentially I've got a two-prong market. So the travellers and the travel expert who I'm representing.
Mm.
Even though I'm not doing business with the travellers as such, it's my credibility and reputation that we're looking out for.
Yes.
And hopefully by bringing that e-commerce and person-to-person customer experience, enhance that best booking experience possible. And it's, a win-win for everyone.
Totally. So when it comes to niching, I know it's never been something that travel agents have been savvy to in the past. We're used to
Mm-hmm.
being everything to everyone, and the thought of having a niche is a little bit of a freak out, as you
Yeah,
instantly think that it will drive business away rather than promote and help your business grow. So we're ultimately the only sector within the tourism industry that doesn't have a niche. So,
yeah.
if you think about it, it's pretty crazy that we're the only ones that don't. So, what has been your experience when it comes to your guru establishing their niche? I'm guessing not everyone is able to make it over the line. So, where do you suggest they start building their guru status?
I've found during COVID and trying to build this business, for me, it was about just persevering and not pivoting. A lot of agents found that they had to pivot. And I've just found the ones that stuck to their niche and their expertise were the ones that didn't generally fall through the cracks. So definitely about establishing yourself as the authority in your space and finding that passion, because it's that passion and that why that's going to get you through at the end of the day to keep persevering, and tying that in with your craft. So give you some examples of some of the experts that have done that really well,
Oh, for
Steph.
sure. Yeah,
Yep.
would love to hear.
So these guys are represented on the Find My Travel Guru website, and they represent their niche really, really well. So we've got Ursula. She's our Cuba expert.
Hmm.
She's a travel writer. She's got a wonderful social media presence. She has affiliate links on her tours on our website.
Hmm.
So, she definitely is up there with one of the experts that is a market leader in her niche. We've got
Hmm.
Michaela. She's one of our travel with kids specialist, specializing in Disneyland. She's also got a beautiful website. She's got a podcast that she's starting, and
Hmm.
she's really active on social media as well. And Tanya, who is our equestrian travel specialist, and she's ticking all the boxes. So these guys are just a few examples that have honed down on their niche and have leveraged on their expertise and passion and do it really, really well, and it's working for them. And for those that are sort of sitting on the fence and they do have that passion, but they're not really sure where to go from here, I think the next logical step definitely is to reach out to Steph, try out the Travel Agent Runway course, because that
Mm.
seems to be a perfect solution to, owning your craft, and reach out to me and go from there.
Totally. So even if you've been in the industry for 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, you don't always know what you want to specialize in. So that's where really investing in like a course like Travel Agent Runway, and that is specifically why I designed it, is to really help those agents get clear on what it is that they want to offer and who they're best at serving. So you could ask somebody who's had, 45 years experience in the industry who they like to serve, and they wouldn't be able to tell you.
Yeah.
It's really hard, and it's harder than it sounds. And you always feel like you're giving up a big chunk of your business for concentrating and honing in on the one thing that you really love to talk about, because you think, oh, there's not enough people in this world who loves the
Mm,
same passion. But it's about how you attract those people as well. And that's when I totally geek out on it. But yeah, as you say, it's not something that's at the forefront of everyone's mind, but it is something that they can definitely do to really solidify
mm.
themselves, step into their business and own their authority in their space. And you're giving them exactly that. And that's what I love about your website.
100%. Thank you, Steph. I mean, and if you think there isn't a niche or a market out there for you, then look again, because one of the fastest growing segments of the market are the sort of 21 to 38-year-olds who
Mhm.
would usually, they're a group of people who'd usually go alone, go at it alone, or book direct online. So if you're a aspiring travel agent out there and you're looking for a niche, there you go. There might be a relatable niche for you right there.
And usually the niche is right under the noses of our agents as well. So if you start thinking too hard about it, you've already missed what your niche
Hmm.
could have been or what your niche could potentially be. I know that anytime that I've really sat with that, it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable, and you feel your mind is swirling, but there's such a huge differentiation. And you probably agree with me as well, Jeanette, being in the industry for so long, is that there is a difference between what you enjoy talking about and what you really feel aligned with
Yeah.
versus what your clients are asking you for. So
Yeah.
this classic example is something that I use inside of Travel Agent Runway, is that, hey, I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. I just wanted to pop in to invite you to my free masterclass where I'll be sharing my exact 3-step system to building a rockstar personal brand that attracts your dream clients into your database so you can step up into your travel biz, own your authority, and grow your online presence. And not only that, but you'll also get your hands on my entire Travel Agent Runway framework for standing out in the digital world without the tech overwhelm and not knowing where to start. Want in? Head to stephaniemyers.academy/masterclass and save your spot now. See you there. You might be like, you might know France upside down, inside out, know everything about it. You've got clients that go there every single year, you know every corner of that country, but it's not your passion. You've only
Mm-hmm.
specialized in it because it's due to the demand.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the flip side of that, like, you're a Maldives chick. You like overwater bungalows and sipping cocktails on the beach. It's not really your jam to be talking about France, but you've become a Francophile to actually cater to
Yeah.
that demand because it's been what's been on your desk. So you serve, but you might not enjoy that because it's not your jam, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
it's a very big conflict with people to even just start out, where to even start when it comes to niching. But we go through so much more details with that later on in the program. But what would it take for agents to actually achieve their guru status? And I know we've spoken about how to actually build it up, but what would it feel like for a travel agent to be considered a travel guru and have an amazing opportunity like to own their little slice of online real estate and have you basically as their PR girl looking after them?
You make a good point there, actually. Your last comment. This is a really good solution for niche operators. I appreciate that a lot of these smaller sole operators and small business owners don't have a lot in their marketing funds. So, Find My Travel Guru is definitely a solution for that, and we act as part of your marketing team. But in terms of how you get qualified to feature on the site, definitely looking for an online presence. I mentioned earlier the likes of our Cuba, our Travel with Kids Guru, our Equestrian Travel. They've all got their own websites. They're across social media. Some have, podcasts, newsletters. They're
Mhm.
people, once they know who their agent is and who they work for or what their company is, they will look for all of those things. So it's really important that you've got credibility in that area, and your website's got testimonials and all that kind of stuff. So really looking for that online presence and obviously experience. And I go through all of that in my initial consult with the agents who I pick a lot of the time. But I do have agents approach me, and we go through a bit of a process where I look for all those things and yeah, go from there.
Mm. Jeanette, I'm just curious, the catalyst behind why your selection process is quite unique in the sense that you are handpicking people. Why is that process so important?
As I mentioned earlier, I'm putting my face out there. It's my credibility at the end of the day. And I feel that it's the agent's credibility as well because I'm representing them. So
Mhm.
it's definitely a two-way partnership
Mhm.
and relationship. So for me, it was about giving the agents that have put in the work and established themselves the credit and highlighting their expertise in their niche.
Because when you think about that, there's so many opportunities for travel agents to just walk in and get a job with zero experience, right? So, what you're doing with your platform is actually giving an insanely amazing opportunity for the agents who have actually really done the work in their business, clarified who they're serving, have an online presence, they're strong in the digital world, which makes them a travel guru, right?
And I actually know somebody who was employed by a big brand agency, which will remain nameless, who had never even stepped foot off the continent. So, which baffles me. So definitely there, if you want a good travel agent, I want to Find My Travel Guru because you're definitely guaranteed quality.
You said earlier that your website is a two-pronged business. So, notably, the experience for a travel agent on your site would be far different from that of a traveler visiting the site. So, guessing it would be a pretty big deal to be seen as having a sort of street credibility in the world. So, you mentioned the digital presence is far up there on the list of importance for a travel agent. But what sort of things are travelers looking for when they're coming to your website?
Expertise. If you go to the website and you type in whatever it is you're looking for, so whether it's a ski guru, travel with kids, women's only, solo travel, all they have to do is type in that keyword, whatever that might be, and then a profile will come up of that niche agent with their bio details, some fun facts on there, and the opportunity for that traveller to connect directly to the agent. The one thing I will say is that I don't promote where the agents, who they work for or the company, and that's to keep travellers on my website. So I can justify to the agents at the end of the day, these are how many inquiries are coming through. The cross section of people that utilise the site is really, really broad. And to be honest, it sort of acts as a platform for agents as well. We're a community of experts, and a good example of that is that Find My Travel Guru is not only a portal for travellers to connect with travel experts,
Mhm.
but it's a great place for travel professionals to collaborate with other industry experts.
Mhm.
Some of them are wholesalers. They might need somebody to facilitate a group restaurant booking, transport to and from the airport, etc. So those services could very well be used by travel agents themselves. So
Mm.
it's a great platform for everybody.
I just love what you're doing. I love everything about what you're doing. It's definitely worth the investment. because at the end of the day, everyone's going to be wanting niche, everyone's going to be wanting expert knowledge, especially heading into the new travel movement, which is so exciting. And we
Yes.
need agents who, are ready to step into their expertise. We need more of them.
Yeah.
So if you are feeling like you are at, travel guru status and you want to learn more about Find My Travel Guru, or if you're a traveler and you want to find out where you can get on the platform and find your next travel guru, where can they get more information?
Yeah. So obviously findmytravelguru.com.au. We are across all the socials. So we're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We do Facebook Lives every month.
Mm-hmm.
So I go one-on-one with one of our gurus and I repurpose those videos on YouTube and on the website. So you can go back and watch those at a time that's convenient for you if you can't make the Facebook Live.
And Jeanette, just before you go, I wanted to rehash on what your favorite travel tip is. So you've written that home will always be there when you get back, and what awaits could change your trajectory for the better. But what is for sure is you will always become a better person for it.
Yes, 100%.
Absolutely love it. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, planes come home. So if it's not what you expected, or if the travel's not for you, God forbid, then you just jump on a plane and come back home. But you'll never know until you go. So I highly, suggest buying your kids a plane ticket around the world for their graduation instead of letting them go to schoolies or something. Show them the world and keep traveling.
So many cool experiences out there, and you can do it with someone who knows their stuff.
Can I just add, I just want to say a big thank you to you for your contribution to our industry as well. And you do what you do so well, and you've helped and continue to give agents clarity and direction. So a big congratulations on all your hard work as well.
Oh, thank you. That means well to me. Oh, I'm tearing up. Don't.
Oh, no, it's absolutely 100%. Keep at it because, the industry needs more bright stars like you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. Thanks, Jeanette. We'll chat soon.
Thanks so much for the opportunity, Steph. Bye.
Thanks. If you're wanting to download an online version of today's show notes, you can head over to travelbystephanie.com.au/36. That will take you through to all the episode details for today's episode, what it takes to be a travel guru. And I would love to invite you to join my free masterclass to steal my 3-part travel agent runway framework and how to stand out in the digital world. So if you're keen to sign up and check it out, head to stephaniemyers.academy/masterclass and the link will be in the show notes as well. Also, if you're enjoying the podcast, please consider subscribing to Unplug in Paradise on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And if you're feeling extra generous, please feel free to leave me a 5-star rating and review. I absolutely love reading them and they make my day. Thank you so much for tuning in and stay tuned for more to come. See ya. Bye.